Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lisa, and usually if you are familiar with my channel, I have a Florida video for you on a Saturday. Today, however, I'm taking a break and I wanted to talk to you about Virgin Miles, how we collect them and how we use them. I've had so many questions over the last good 18 months or so since I've been posting Florida videos about them, and with lots of questions and asking me to do a video about the miles. So today I'm finally getting around to doing that video for you, and I want to share with you, like I said, how we collect them and how we use them. Now this is obviously just from our perspective, how we've collected and used them, but I'm sure there's other ways as well. I'm sure other people have tips, and if you do, please leave your comments below. It would be lovely to learn more tips, and I'm sure other people would be happy to have a read and see them too. Just to let you know though, I will be carrying on with my regular Orlando videos next Saturday. So we first started collecting Virgin Miles in 2007. We didn't really know what we were doing. We were traveling as a larger group to Orlando. We were going for our wedding, and my husband just called up Virgin and spoke to them with regards to booking. I think there was 11 of us going in total, maybe more, I'm not sure. Asked for the best way to do it, and they actually spoke to him about buying miles. Now back then our flights were £335 each, and that included tax. So that's pretty amazing when you think that's only what, 12 years ago? That really is crazy. And we purchased miles in order to discount the tickets. I think they were still only discounted by about £50 each though, so but obviously it made a saving and it worked out cheaper for us. But since then we've really got the hang of collecting miles, but I have to say it's only been the last, I think the last 3 trips now that we've booked, we've used our miles and really got the hang of using them and collecting them. So that's what I'm sharing with you today. So it's completely free to sign up to collect Virgin Miles. You can sign up with them and start collecting straight away. You can obviously collect when you fly and you get your own personal number and you collect miles, but to be honest, you don't actually get that many miles for a flight. Now, when I say you can start collecting straight away, you really can. You have a what's called Shops Away part in the Virgin Atlantic website. It's the exact same concept as cashback. You know, when you go for like Quidco, and I think there's one called Top Cashback or something like that. I use Quidco a lot. But this way you get miles instead of the money. Now, Virgin have loads and loads of different companies on their Shops Away program. And all you do is search for the store where you want to shop. So for example, boots. So you go into the alphabet and you click on B, you find boots, go through them all, and sometimes there might be 4 miles per pound, sometimes it might just be 1 mile per pound. You click on the logo of the shop where you want to go, and that takes you through to the normal Boots website, for example. You just shop as you normally would, and you get your miles then credited to your account. Sometimes they can take a little while, but you do get the miles. I do this so often. I do always check Quidco and check which one works out better, whether it be Quidco, whether it be Virgin Miles. John Lewis is another good one. Our kids work for Waitrose, so it's a no-brainer for us because we get discount as well, but we do get the miles then. eBay a lot for work, and so I always get Virgin Miles through eBay as well, and then I link up my Nectar card so I get double the points. Some places like Waitrose, for example, you can link up your Virgin Miles and you can link up your card that you're using. So we use the Virgin credit card, which I will go on to at the moment, and then you get extra miles as well. So there's lots and lots of ways of collecting miles. Some of them are really good. McAfee, for example, we do that for our antivirus program on the computers, and I think it's something like 24 miles a pound. It's really good, and the offers are changing all the time, and there's loads and loads of companies that take part. So I really recommend you go and take a look, especially around Christmas time when you're spending. It's a really good way, and it's changed the way I shop. For example, I placed a Superdrug order this week. Rather than going into store, I've placed the order online. I've got free delivery. I've got their little card, the Superdrug card, and over £10 is free delivery. So I've ordered online, I've got free delivery to my door, so I don't have to pay for parking, and to be honest I work from home so it makes sense for me. And then I've got my Virgin miles, which I think was 2 miles to the pound at the moment, so it works out really well. So I do that a lot. I do a lot of deliveries or click and collect, so I can order online, get my miles, and then I collect in store if I'm going to town. So it has changed the way I shop, but I really see the difference in miles on my account. Our family know that we collect the miles as well. So for example, my husband's parents want to buy a TV very soon, and they've seen a TV that they want to get through John Lewis. We will then purchase the TV for them, so we will collect the miles. We will do it using our Virgin credit card. Works out that we get the miles for using the credit card, and we get the miles for going through shops away. So we end up, I think it works out 5.5 miles for every pound. That's a TV, so that's quite a lot of mileage, and his parents will just give us the money to pay off the card, so it works out really well. Now, I mentioned credit cards. We've been collecting miles using the credit cards for quite a long time. This was recommended to us actually by a Virgin staff member once when I was booking flights, and he said that's exactly how he collected his miles. There are 2 types of credit card, and you have the one with no fee, and I believe it's all changed recently. I think last year, I believe it might be 0.75 of a mile for every pound. I might be wrong though, I don't use that credit card. I might be wrong on that one. It's a MasterCard, and now there's also the one with the fee, which we use. I think it's £140 for the year, and that gives us 1.5 miles for every pound we spend. Now, we use our credit cards for everything. I use it for the business, I use it whenever I can, and then pay it off. So we never have an outstanding balance. Obviously you'll incur charges that way, but although we both have the yearly fee, what we save on flights, it's a no-brainer. It's really changed the way we travel. So we use our credit cards now for everything. And also then you get extra points, for example, if you're booking Virgin flights or using any other Virgin products, you get the extra miles then as well. The other good thing with using the credit cards, you get free upgrades. I think it's when you spend over 10,000 in a year, and you get the free upgrades. So my husband and myself both get the free upgrades, and that entitles us to 2 return flights. So as we are a family of 4, we both get those 2 return flights. So we get 4 return flights each year, and we've booked them now for the 3rd time. Booked now 1 Orlando trip return. We booked last year, we did a road trip, so we flew, where did we fly? London to Atlanta, and then we flew Orlando home. And then we've just booked, using our miles, London to San Francisco, and then we've used our miles to book San Francisco to Orlando, and then Orlando to London, and that's all using miles. Usually the standard, like London, Orlando, London, it's cost us for the 4 of us about £1,700, but that's for premium seats using the free upgrades. You just pay the tax, but you pay the tax on the class you travel. So it's cheaper to travel in economy, but obviously we're using the free returns, so the tax is more to travel in premium. And again, if you travel upper class, the tax will be more still. But to have 4 return tickets to the States and back for £1,700 in premium is amazing. And what we also love is that with those seats, you are completely flexible. You can change. It's £30 each to change. If you do change, that's an admin cost, and you get a full refund, and you get your miles back as well. Last year we added on, I think, 2 extra nights. We ended up, a few months later after we'd booked, we added on 2 extra nights at Disney, and we just called up and changed. That's providing obviously the seats are available on the flight that you want, but we changed that and it was just £30 each to change, so it's really easy. This year we really struggled with our flights. We have booked to San Francisco, which was easy in premium, but we really struggled to get seats home from LA or anywhere in California or Las Vegas, anywhere. We were completely flexible to where we wanted to travel from. We would have driven. We just couldn't get them in premium. We could have got them in economy, but we had the free upgrades. It's a 12-hour flight, so we really wanted to use the upgrade. And so we've ended up, I did talk about this on my trip announcement, which I will link up below, which gives you all the details. We ended up booking Los Angeles to Orlando, which cost us $5 something each and 12,500 miles. And then we booked the Orlando to London in premium economy, and that was easy. There were loads and loads of seats, but obviously it depends on the time of year you want to travel. At Christmas time, there's obviously limited availability, and what you often find is that you need to be there on the day that the seats are released. We always set our alarms, so we're up early, wait for those flights, and quite often there's maybe sometimes only 4 seats or 6 seats available, and you really need to be on the ball when it comes to booking those seats. So I recommend you have a look, work out when your flights are released, and be there ready to book them. We've got the Virgin app as well, which makes life easy. It's easy to check, but I really recommend you do it that way. So that is how we use our Virgin miles and how we collect our miles. The amount of miles you use varies depending on where you're going to and obviously what class you're traveling in. Virgin changed it recently as well, and they're doing more of like a peak time travel. So the peak times, they are wanting more miles now as well, so be aware of that. But if you go onto the Virgin Atlantic site, you can have all the information there. I will link up below so you can have an easy way of finding it, and hopefully any questions that you will be able to find all your answers. If there's anything I can possibly help with, please do ask, and I will try my best and see if I can find out for you. One other thing I just wanted to add, actually, Ada and myself, my husband and myself, over the years have become quite nervous flyers, and I have to say, since traveling in premium, it's really changed how I feel about flying. I've kind of lost that anxiety I had. I would be fine. Like now we are 100 and something days to go till our trip, and I would be fine. But a couple of weeks beforehand, I would be feeling really anxious, to the point the week before I would be feeling sick, and then just literally the days before I would be thinking, why on earth are we doing this? I remember once we pulled up at Heathrow and we actually said, why are we doing this? We could be home watching Holby City, and we both felt really sick and we didn't enjoy the morning of the traveling. Since traveling premium, it's just changed everything. Just being able to go to the desk and not having a queue because you've got the premium check-in. We do use the lounge as well. We have a lounge access through my husband's bank account, but Virgin have a lounge as well. It's just made life easy, going and having breakfast in a quiet area, having a drink. In Gatwick, when you travel Virgin Premium, you also get to go through the premium security line. Again, no queues. And then going on board, you don't queue because Premium have their own line to go through, and you obviously then get to avoid all the big economy queue. You get to go straight on board, and before your bums even hit your seat, you're being given a glass of bubbly. So it's really changed how we travel, just having all that space. Now, that's something I wanted to touch on, actually. I will link up our videos, actually, of when we've travelled premium, so you can go and take a look. I'm only 4'10", so I know it's laughable that people always think I need the extra space. But I have a different issue to everyone else. My legs are so short, they don't hit the ground and they dangle. And I get really bad pins and needles, and my legs go numb on a flight when I'm in economy. I try and put light baggage underneath my seat so I've got somewhere to put my feet, but I cannot get comfortable. And having that footrest underneath so I can actually rest my legs on somewhere makes a huge difference to me. And I get quite, not claustrophobic, it's not as extreme as that, but I don't like feeling closed in, and I get quite anxious, and just having that space just makes me feel so much happier. And again, when you're arriving in the States and you're one of the first off, you don't have to queue the same amount of time. it's just made everything stress-free for us. Booking our seats is nice and easy. You've got the extra luggage as well. We now have 2 pieces of luggage each. So bringing back all our mugs and American candy and all that kind of thing, my Bath and Body Works stuff, has made life so much easier as well. It's just really taken out the stress of traveling, and I actually feel excited now. This will be the 3rd time that we're traveling premium. Last year I felt much happier. This year I'm ecstatic. I cannot wait to be on that plane relaxing for 12 hours. That sounds, yeah, maybe not 12 hours. Orlando sounds okay, sort of 8 to 9 hours. But yeah, I don't feel the same kind of stress as I used to feel, and had we not been collecting the miles, we would not be able to afford to travel premium for the 4 of us. So it really, collecting the miles has really changed the way that I feel about traveling. So I really hope this has helped you today. Like I said, I will link up our trip announcement below, along with the other videos of when we traveled premium, so you can go and take a look. And like I said, I have got our Orlando videos. They are still going up every Saturday. So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. We've got a really big trip coming up this year. In the summer, we're traveling out to California and then flying over to Orlando. So I will have all those videos for you as well. So please subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for watching today. Let me know if you have any questions, and if I can help you, I will. Thanks again, and normal Orlando videos will be next week. Take care. Bye.